Hello, everyone. It's me, Chaim. I am here to talk about Animal Crossing New Horizons Switch 2 edition. So, if you didn't know, Nintendo made a Switch 2 version of Animal Crossing New Horizons. It doesn't look that much more different. You've got a red cartridge, you've got a little paper printout that talks about some extra stuff you got from Pocket Camp and Happy Home Paradise, which is part of the expansion pack or DLC. But what's really cool, though, is that Nintendo gave us a physical version for Switch 2. Now, I'm not going to give a whole essay in video form about Animal Crossing New Horizons and Animal Crossing in general. But I remember the excitement I had in 2020 when I picked up Animal Crossing's New Horizon in Glasgow when I was in grad school. The pandemic had just recently happened, and I was like, I need something to fill my empty, sad, depressed, lonely hours. Because, of course, we were social distancing at the time. I remember thinking, oh my gosh, I'm going to go to a game store again. This is amazing. Because at the time, all the games I had, I brought from home. I didn't really go to game shops. But this is the first time I bought a game overseas, and I was just like, oh my gosh. So I went to Sex, C-E-X. If you don't live in the UK, Sex is a great shop to buy used games, movies, and peripherals. I am not benefiting from this. I'm just plugging them and saying, hey, they did a good job. They hooked me up with the game, and I bought a few other things over the years there. I loved the experience so much. Maybe now I don't love it as much as I did then, but I loved the fact that I could have my own island. Looks like garbage, but it was my own island, because I don't know how to design an island to save myself. I could do it in Sims 4, but I can't do it in Animal Crossing. I digress. Animal Crossing New Horizons is a great experience because it was so cool to play it on the go. And you might ask, why is it better on Switch 2? Well, for starters, on Switch 2, it says you can have up to 12 players playing together online when everyone has the Switch 2 edition of the game. That's why you buy a Switch 2 edition. It's exciting. Another thing is there's a little bit more content added. The visuals are a little more clear and crisp. It looks really nice on Switch 2. Let's also remind you briefly that Switch 2 has a bigger screen. I'm not playing mine out because Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door is in my Switch 2 right now. I've loved every minute of having it. I'm loving every minute of having this back in my life. Because, for a brief footnote, I had my original Switch. And I had my games. And then somehow when I moved to New York City, they got stolen. So I no longer had them. And then when I got my Switch 2, I thought, I'm going to get Switch 2 version of Animal Crossing New Horizons. And I haven't looked back. Now, I've obviously played other games since then. I've still played PS5. We're not going to talk about the name of that company. But we're going to celebrate the fact that Animal Crossing New Horizons is a physical version for Switch 1 and Switch 2. And we're going to celebrate the joys that are physical games at this time. For a little hint of nostalgia, though, any of you ever play the original Animal Crossing on GameCube? Just to, memorialize GameCube, for my birthday, I got this little 3D printed cartridge holder in the form of a GameCube. So you open it up and you've got all these little storage things for your Switch 1 and Switch 2 games. You also have a little spot right here for your SD cards, should you elect to use them. Either way, I am mesmerized by the fact that Switch 2 has physical games, and you can buy them, and you own your games. Anyways, I've got to go and save Princess Peach, and I've got to eventually get back to my crops in Animal Crossing. I am going to go sign off. It's been swell. Looking forward to seeing you guys in our next video. Remember, if you like what we do, please give a comment, like, and subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications. And again, bye for now.